Hey, Mystic family. Just a little apology for my video this morning, but thank you all who did watch and commented. I did delete it, and mainly it was because part of my situation was resolved. Now, as far as being pulled over, which was the first cause of my stress for the day, I have already made it clear that my mental health comes first. I'm not trying to be selfish, obviously. I will not drive that way anymore on early Saturday mornings to pick my ride up. And she now has a car, so there's no excuse. Apparently, that's such a quiet town. I guess nobody does anything wrong there. So they must just be bored as heck on Friday night and have nothing better to do than pull somebody over for something stupid. Like what I got pulled over for. And that's not cool to have to start work like that, stressed out, because those cops just want to be assholes. As she said, and somebody else who used to live in that area said, the cops down there are assholes. It's like, I'm from another state. Leave me the fuck alone. It's like, you got people from your state coming into our state, being dirtbags on our roads. Come follow them. I don't care. Get them for flashing me to go faster on a 2-lane highway when there's no other traffic. Those are the people that need pulled over, because that's happened to me twice now and it's really stupid. And of course there's never any cops around when you need them. But aside from that, and it's stupid because it's been 2 Saturdays now that I've gone there. It was one, and then the other day I didn't have to take her because she had requested off. So it's just like technically 2 Saturdays back to back that I've had to drive down there that I'm a cop target. And I'm like, I am not doing this anymore because that's not right. That's not fair. I should not have to be subject to that kind of stress to start on a Saturday morning when I don't even want to work on a Saturday anyway. I hate working on Saturdays. I miss night shifts. I had Friday nights and Saturday nights off. It was perfect. Anyway, aside from that, I've discovered something about my mental health, which is why this is going in the playlist of my journey of depression, because it's a mental health thing. Like, I could probably just retitle it, but I've discovered recently that I have anxiety attacks. Now, I've heard people talk, or like I've seen people like mention them in chats and stuff like that, but I never really understood what they were. I thought it was obviously just the hyperventilating, rocking back and forth kind of thing until you calm down. Yes, it is, but it's not just. And thanks to a friend who posted this little message on Facebook, it specifically says anxiety attacks aren't always hyperventilating and rocking back and forth. They can take different forms, such as, number 1, unpredictable bouts of rage or irritability. That's me. That was me this morning. And that was me that morning when I made that mystic mumblings about the stupid drivers. That's me. And it's funny because work is the only thing that's caused those, or having to come to work, or like something happening, like obviously with driving to work. So it's all tied in with work. And unfortunately, there's no way to stop idiots on the road. I need a dash cam. I wish I could afford one. I know there's cheap ones, but according to a friend of mine who did a review for, like, the cheapest one you could get, it was a piece of garbage. It did not do crap. It was horrible. I'm like, alright, so if I get a dash cam and have that freaking running every damn morning on my way to work, it better be freaking good, especially since I'm using that in the middle of the night. But I'd rather hook my phone up, and I have the little suction cup thingy that can go in your windshield and hold your phone, but it's a piece of crap. It was a cheap piece of crap too. So, like, my phone, like, fell, but then, of course, it was that heavy case on it, which I just took off, so now I'm getting used to not having a case on it. But yeah, I do have a little mini, like, voice recorder. I think it records, like, 2 hours or something, but I probably just need batteries, so I could at least get a recording of something. But unfortunately, because I play music in my car and I usually blast it to block her gum chewing out on the way to work, I would probably get my video deleted from YouTube anyway because it would have the music that I play. So, yeah, kind of a no-win situation there. So honestly, I don't know what to do. Number 2 for this list. There's only 5 things. Number 2, nitpickiness. Or obsessive behavior, which may be part of OCD. And even hypersensitivity, disarray, chaos, or any sort of change. I don't have an issue with that. I don't mind things changing. As long, like when it comes to work, you know, companies change stuff, but obviously it's something that has to be tested first to make sure it works. Like, I don't mind change as long as I know it'll work and it'll make better, you know, what's already happening. But like, nitpickiness and hypersensitivity to disarray, chaos, or any sort of change. Yeah, I don't have it. I don't care. It is what it is. As long as the job gets done, if something's got a change in it to help it get done faster or whatever, fine. I don't really care. It is what it is. Like, I can deal with that. Number 3, fast talking, stuttering, stumbling over words. Well, that's people that are, you know, guilty of something do that shit. So, like, I don't know. I'm kind of confused on that one. But, and I've probably done that before, but I wouldn't say that's really an anxiety thing, because number one is more what I've done. Number 4, not talking at all. That's not even specific enough, because it's like, how long of a time frame are they looking at for this? Because I'll come to work and do my stuff and not talk at all. Because there's no point. I'm there doing my job, moving along, and I don't want to talk, because if I'm feeling those negative vibes, I'd rather just not say anything at all. Because, you know the saying, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all. So I try to stick with that. And what irritates me is when I'm not talking, just, like I said, doing my job, moving along, and I hear somebody else mumbling in the background and complaining about shit. I'm like, really? Like, I'm trying to avoid that, and I have to stand here and listen to you freaking do that? Give me a break. That's annoying. That is more annoying than anything. Like, I'd rather just shut up. Like, I want to say that. Like, can you just shut up instead of being negative? But unfortunately, I'm not rude like that, so I just try to ignore it and turn my music on my phone or whatever. So, yeah. And then number 5, sitting rigid, staring into space, almost seeming zoned out. And I'm sure we've all done this at some point. I wouldn't necessarily think that's anxiety, but I guess if you do it enough, maybe it could be classified. And same with not talking at all. Like, if you do it a lot, then maybe that would be. But I think the first 2 are a little bit more believable causes for anxiety or forms of anxiety. And definitely number 1 is mine. And I want to know now if any of you go through any of these, what's your experience like? Just let me know, because I want to learn more about this stuff. Like, I'm doing this series on, I'm doing this mental health series on Twitch soon, well, next year, and I want to learn more before I go diving into it. So if I can learn more about it here, that's awesome. That'd be amazing. So yeah, if you guys can share any of these things, like if you experience any of these or whatever, even if it's something, if there's something that's not on this list, tell me. Like, the more I know, the better. And the better I can understand people that are suffering from it as well. And the more we can help each other. So again, thank you guys for watching my earlier video. I love you all, you're amazing. And I'll see you next time.